Hello, 180 students. Hope you're having a good spring break already. I am just giving a very brief overview of the new Foxtail content and the new procedures so that we are all on the same page and ready to go and feel as comfortable as possible as we move our class online, remote, until further notice, and begin classes after our extended spring break on Monday, March 30th. You'll see a new section at the top of the Foxtail course site called Remote Classroom, and I lay out right here the procedures for each class before, during, and after. Because of the nature of remote learning, we're making a couple tweaks to the class procedures. One of them is before class, after you've done the assigned reading, I want you to listen to a very short mini lecture that I'll post and place here in this lecture section. This is just a placeholder. As I work through crime and punishment and get ready during spring break, you'll start to see a couple mini lectures populating here. And in general, I'll try to have these lectures done a day or two before class. So make sure to check as you are coming up to the next class to see if there's a new lecture posted and listen to that. Usually in the lectures, in addition to making any opening remarks about the reading, I will set up a couple discussion questions that I would want you to think about and prepare some notes for in your journal writing so that we have some discussion questions ready to go for our class time on Zoom. That lecture hopefully will be a helpful way to get our thinking and analysis going before we even start our class time. The last thing to do before class is complete your journal entry. So like I mentioned in class last week, we can't have handwritten physical journals anymore. So instead, you are going to write and submit a journal entry before class. And these are due 10 minutes before class time. So that's 8:50 a.m. on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, since that is our normal class time at 9. So make sure you plan to have enough time to write your journal entry and submit it before the due date. Once it is 9 a.m., you should be in the Zoom video chat room. And what you're going to need for classes is access to your journal notes so you can talk about your response to the reading and discussion questions, and the text. So make sure you have what you need for class. And let me show you the Zoom app very, very briefly. It's not anything different from what I'm sure you're familiar with other video chat applications. Obviously, you'll need audio and a webcam if you're going to have video, which I would like you to have. Here I am, just demoing the Zoom screen, and I'll just exit out of this. There's a lot of interesting things in here. I'll be the host, and I'll have control over the video chat as the host of the meetings. But I want to use the Zoom chat times mostly for your discussion. So processing the discussion questions beforehand will set us up to have productive Zoom classroom chats. After the class time is over, I want you to complete an exit ticket after each class. That's down here. And this will help me record attendance and give you credit for participation. So these are built into the gradebook as participation and attendance. It asks you just a very couple basic questions like, what do you think was interesting from today's discussion? And what might be some things to discuss next time? So after each class, make sure to complete the exit ticket. Other than that, you'll notice a couple new things at the top here. This is another place. I just put the Zoom link right at the top for your convenience. This will always go to the same video chat room link. It's the same link for every class meeting, 9 a.m. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. That's where you need to be. And a general question and discussion forum. This is just a place for you to ask Q&As of me, to respond to each other. You can start a discussion thread on here. You can respond to discussions. And if you guys are just getting really cabin fever and you're missing your classmates, you guys can have discussions here during spring break and after. So just to review, we had to cut something from the syllabus, or I decided to not try to rush things, but we just took out the readings that were going to be during this week of March 16th, and instead, when we come back after extended spring break, we'll resume by discussing and digging into crime and punishment. And we will start working on the critical context essay. So begin reading Crime and Punishment if you want during the spring break. And that's what we're going to start with when we come back. Something that I wanted to show you is if you go down here to the critical context unit, you'll see Crime and Punishment audiobook. And this link will take you to a LibriVox audio recording of Crime and Punishment that I think is pretty good. And I've listened to before. I think you'll enjoy the reading. You can read along, or if you want to read while you drive or wash dishes or whatever, that's available to you. It's kind of fun to listen to audiobooks, I think. And last but not least, don't forget that you have, where's the assignments? You have the literature and faith essay due tomorrow. Today is Monday. I'm recording this video. Your faith and literature essay is due tomorrow at midnight, Tuesday, March 17th. Other than that, now that you've watched this video, you should go to the new discussion forum and answer the questions that I'm asking you on this spring break thread. So I want to make sure you don't have any questions, that you watch the video and everything is clear to you. So reply to this thread and answer these questions, and I'll know that you saw this and we'll all be on the same page and ready to go come March 30th. Have a great spring break. I'll see you soon. And if you ever have any questions, just email me.